know, the thought just crossed my mind that, you know, if more people had that attitude about relationships, there'd be less divorces because...
That's another show, Badeish.
No, but think about this. What you just said, I'm looking on several levels, but she knew that you had accepted her at that very heart level. And yet we as a society don't realize that this is what we need to be doing as human beings in relationships. Instead of trying to fixing people, making them over, having expectations and assumptions, I think that this, you've just said something that's at the base of any relationship.
Michael, I want to hear your soothing voice. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say
he wanted to go into radio. You can tell why.
One of the things that Bonnie and I talked about early on with Suzie is, although she's labeled as autistic, and that's
it's hard to do a label, isn't it?
It is, because one thing that we both agreed upon years ago was
don't label.
God made her perfect. She's different from other children, perhaps.
She's unique
but
unto herself.
She's perfect in God's eyes. That's good enough.
And the other thing is preordained. I think it was preordained by the universe that we as a family, like you said, the Trinity, that we found each other and we were meant to be and to help grow and become all that we can possibly be, but also to promote and help her to be all that she is. And I think the other part of that thing I was starting to tell you, that it's made that big difference in her, is accountability. We keep her accountable.
Wonderful.
I mean, they feel, and we've done the persistence, consistency, persistency, not only in home, but at school. Also, whenever she's out in the community, no matter if it's a teacher at a dance class, a swim class, a drama class, wherever, she will come up and she'll pull me over and she'll say, "Good report," and she'll be looking at the teacher, "Good report?" And then they'll either say, "Well, you could have maybe," or "Yes, Suzie, thumbs up, great report."
It sounds like you're building her sense of, she's building her sense of
self. She's becoming accountable.
But in that accountability, she's also building her self-esteem. And so many children in the world are missing accountability.
They are.
You know, and I think some of the things
that's why they get into trouble.
Teaching autistic children should be looked at.
And Bonnie sees this continuously, you know, in the schools that she teaches.
When are you going to write your book? I mean, you have such great information. Don't you agree to share? You
I
need
think
to share this.
No, I have a theory on this.
Okay, go ahead.
I believe that, first of all, I know that you and Suzie are writing another book called The Gift. It's not finished yet, and I feel like Susie's going to write her own book when she's older, with all the photographs and the progress and the experiences and the art. This child's going to do something major with that. But I think there's going to come a time in your life where you're going to reach a plateau where it's time, and you will approach it from the mother, not the child, but the mother. And all of the things that you'll have learned and experienced to help other mothers that have autistic children.
Yes, that's my
it's
main.
Going to be. I got chills. I'm
my
telling
main
you.
intention in my book.
I finally got cooled off, girls. I'm chilling.
And now she's.
We should tell people we don't have any. No air conditioning under these hot lights. Oh well, that's what we suffer through, but we don't care.
And I think a lot of parents that have autistic children, they take everything so personally. Now we adopted, and it's even easy for us.
When you say they take it personally, I didn't catch that.
They take it personally. Oh, this is a personal thing against us. When, say, the child is reprimanded at school, or they don't realize that we need that consistency. We need that. Some people call it, and maybe it is, tough love. But tough love means there are boundaries, there are perimeters, and within that the child will feel secure if they know it's there and they can count on it.
You know, I'm listening to how much depth there is here in your experience, and I thought, my God, wouldn't it be great if you could be counseling some other parents with your experiences and some of the things that you could give them some direction on, and it would be also an experience gathering for your book. But I think getting in there with other people and their experiences with what you've experienced, it's like you sound a little bit ahead of the game here. and putting your heads together with other parents who need this resource, and then they're a resource for you. I think there's a bridge here. You might want to consider this because, again, I got a chill on that. So I thought I'd share it with
Did
you.
we tell you she's psychic?
Yes.
I just think it's fabulous the way you guys are approaching, because I didn't know anything about it until I sat down and had this coffee with you and you started telling me this incredible story. So I think it's a
Thank you.
counseling others might be something. You're a natural teacher, so I could just see you animated up there,
Yeah,
having a good time.
Hasn't anybody been querying you? Because obviously you have lots of friends. They've seen how Suzie has been developing over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that somebody has never come to you and said, yeah, what are you
Yes.
doing? You know,
She's saying
yes. Yes.
One of them
Yes.
sitting in the audience
Yes,
tonight.
one
Yes.
sitting in the audience.
Yes.
And I have other friends who've said the same thing. I even had a psychic, wonderful friend in Bend who called me up one day, and her voice was trembling. She says, "Bonnie, I just got out of my deep meditation, and you were there loud and clear. And you know what, Bonnie? You were counseling, you were teaching other parents that have children with autism, and you have a real gift to share with the world."
You could
and
go
and
on
at
the
the time I
road.
thought, what am I doing differently than any other parent? That was like 3 years ago. What am I doing differently? Now I know I've done something differently, but at the time I wasn't ready for it.
What kind of future do you see
Yeah,
for
that's good.
Suzie?
What kind of future?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, Michael. Take it away.
Yeah.
In that wonderful
We already
voice.
have a college fund established for her.
Wonderful.
And as I see her future, when she's ready to go to other schools, it's not going to be a matter so much of which one would you like to go to, but which scholarship appeals to you the best.
You know, that's very true.
And do you think she'll major in art?
I really don't know. She's so intelligent. And every day I see her growing more and more and spreading out more. I used to hold back and think, boy, if only she was a little bit more, and then I stopped, but wait a minute, she's where she needs to be right
Yeah,
now.
no
No.
comparison.
And she's just growing more all
Here's
the
a
time.
thought. I believe that when she came into your life, that she was trying to communicate. Once she started drawing, that became another world, and she started communicating through images, correct? And the colors and all of that. Well, in the world that I naturally live in, part-time, it's all about images. It's all about color. It's all about symbolism. It's that language. And you never know. She feels like she has some sensitivities that are going to be developing in her. That's what I'm picking up because of a color that I saw in her field. And I just want you to prepare yourself that she could actually develop some sensitivities. And she has so many choices in what she may choose to do with her life, but she's here to serve man.
Oh, yeah.
As I think you already know that. God has brought a child who actually is a communicator. And so I think her art is going to expand, as well as her ability to, how she's going to communicate in others' medias, you know.
Yes, she's definitely a sensitive. She's definitely an intuitive. And she tells people, she'll just meet people and embrace them and look at them and say, "You're an angel." And she sees this. She really does. She has this special gift. And I would see her maybe at first starting out in the arts because she loves the dancing, the singing, the drama. She's been like in 6 plays now, and she really has no stage fright. In fact, she was feeling a little left out when she knew she didn't get to be up on stage tonight. Just
Tell her
because
when
of
we
that.
finish the show, you can tell her they've had her on camera for quite a bit of the show. She's
Good.
been drawing away. Now, it seems to me, I don't know you that well, but I know you well enough at our first meeting and everything that you do have a lot of spirituality about you. Would you say that having Suzie come into both your lives you've grown more spiritually, and in what ways?
Oh,
She's my greatest teacher. She's
How
taught me
so?
patience. She has taught me acceptance. She has taught me to be the best, additional lessons to be the best that I can be, so I can help her develop into all that she's capable of.
she's helped me to see the world through different eyes.